KUTV Primetime News on the 29th day of January, the year 2026. Indeed, we have lots of stories lined up for you. For our reporters have been up and about to bring you up to speed with the latest development. But first, let's get an introduction. And Mutava Mungeli is our co-pilot tonight. Remember that this broadcast is also live across all our socials. On YouTube, it's KUTV News Kenya. On X, it's KUTV_Kenya. We begin. President William Ruto has continued to defend his government's development projects, vowing to shame his opponents who, according to him, opposed the initiatives he proposed for Kenyans, terming them a hoax. Ruto, who was accompanied by other senior government officials, used the platform to emphasize that the national economy is steady, improving contrary to claims by a section of the opposition.
The disbursement of funds under the Nyota project continued today, with a full government delegation led by President William Ruto pitching camp at the Gusii Stadium in Kisii County.
Hatujakuja mambo ya siasa, tumekuja mambo ya biashara. Musikubali propaganda ya watu ambao wanaongea mambo ambayo hawajui. Watu wengi watakuambia program ya Nyota ni scam. Kwani hawa vijana wameketi hapa ni scam?
However, politics was not left out. President William Ruto seized the opportunity to defend his flagship bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which has been under discussion recently following his declaration of intent to transform the country into one with a global status comparable to nations such as Singapore.
Wengi walikuwa wanatuambia ya kwamba haya mambo ni ya uongo. Hii ni porojo. Hii ni sarakasi, lakini hawa wote tutawaaibisha kwa sababu tutahakikisha kwamba yale tumesema tunayatekeleza. We are actualizing a commitment we made to the young people of the Republic of Kenya that the bottom-up economic transformation, bottom-up was not a slogan. Pesa mfukoni was not a lie. We have come here to make sure that we actualize.
Ruto emphasized that the economy continues to strengthen and that thousands of Kenyans have secured jobs.
Uchumi yetu imebadilika. Pale inflation ilikuwa 9.6 imeteremka 4.5. Pale exchange rate ilikuwa 165 imekuja 129. Pale mambo ya reserves yetu ilikuwa 7 billion sasa imefika 12.2 billion.
ODM deputy party leader and Kisii Governor Simba Arati emphasized ODM's commitment to working with the UDA party and advancing the two-term narrative. Without mincing words, he criticized the opposition for what he described as a lack of a clear agenda. Arati also dismissed claims of divisions within the ODM party, insisting that the party has no internal problems. Maintaining his support for the broad-based government, Suna East Member of Parliament Junet Mohamed criticized the opposition's move to seek a meeting with the IEBC, terming the action as cowardice on the part of the opposition.
Unaona uchaguzi unakuja unaanza kulaumu IEBC. IEBC iko na shida. Sijui watu ya system iko na shida. Sijui watu gani. Hiyo yote ni uoga. Watu wawache uoga wakuje kwa kiwanja. Watanyoroshwa mbaya sana na watu ya ODM na watu ya UDA wakiungana. Safari hii hakuna uchaguzi hapa Kenya. Tena nimeona saa hii nchi iko pamoja. Under the broad base. Party leader yangu juzi ametangaza huko Kisumu, amesema bado tuko kwa safari ya Canaan lakini tutapitia Singapore.
Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Moving on, Kenya and the United States have pledged stronger collaboration on regional security and peacekeeping. This is even as Kenya continues to lead international missions like Haiti. Speaking during a briefing in Nairobi, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi and U.S. Deputy Secretary Christopher Landau spoke of shared efforts in defense, counterterrorism, and economic cooperation. Edna Nerea with more on this.
During a Nairobi briefing, Kenya and the United States put out plans to deepen cooperation in defense, peace and regional stability. Leaders highlighted Kenya's role in international missions, joint terrorism efforts, and expanding trade and security partnerships.
Together, I think that creates.
U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher T. Landau described Kenya as a key security partner, saying the August 7 Memorial Park symbolizes shared sacrifice. He noted bilateral cooperation goes beyond diplomacy, addressing real security threats that affect lives in both Kenya and the United States.
Our relations encompass many areas. Let me start with the security area, which the importance of which can be underscored by the August 7th Memorial Park, just a few blocks from where we're standing right now, where there was a terrible bombing in 1998 in which more than 200 Kenyans and Americans lost their lives. And I think that is a very vivid reminder of the stakes here. These are not just abstract questions.
Christopher T. Landau commended Kenya's role in restoring security in Haiti, highlighting the contribution of Kenya Police under the UN mandate, while noting the United States provided financial support, reflecting strong collaboration between the two nations.
Let me just underscore that one of the reasons that I am here is to thank the government and the people of Kenya for your incredible contribution to international stability in Haiti. I think that is something, that's a phenomenon that the Haitian government was no longer able to handle security and law and order in Haiti. So that fell to the international community to step up.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi said Kenya-US relations are strengthening, highlighting progress in trade, investment, security, health and education. He welcomed the 3-year renewal of the African Growth and Opportunity Act as a milestone for bilateral trade.
In our just concluded meeting, we held constructive discussions on a wide range of bilateral and regional issues of mutual interest, reviewed the progress made in our cooperation, specifically trade and investment, energy, infrastructure, defense cooperation, regional peace and security matters, and explored ways of further strengthening the strategic partnership between Kenya and the United States.
Mudavadi said the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State's visit underscores Kenya's contribution to global peace, recognizing its police in Haiti and reinforcing the country's strong partnership and ongoing cooperation with the United States.
Together, I think that creates.
Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
On to health, Africa is accelerating efforts to boost local vaccine production as donor funding sharply declines. And as Ochieng reports, these declines exposes the vulnerabilities in health systems. Leaders today held discussions at the East Africa Regional Global Health Security Summit in Ruiru, Kiambu County, which brought together more than 1,000 stakeholders from governments. Apologies for that. We'll probably have it rolled out in a few moments. But now, on to education. Several secondary schools that recorded a high number of students joining grade 10 have reported facing serious challenges due to the large enrollments. And for instance, at Machakos Boys High School, Principal Secretary says that they admitted 952 students instead of the expected 810. Let's listen in.
That our capacity was 810 initially. That is the number of students approved. But when the pressure for the admission went up, we requested the ministry through the director secondary to increase our capacity. They increased the capacity to 950. So that was approved because of the pressure of parents looking for chance in our school. And I think we really appreciate that kind of a gesture from the Minister of Education. So far we are okay with the numbers. I think with regard to the President's directive on reporting, we did not have a challenge because most of our students reported the first week, and the few that were remaining at home reported the second week. There were a few isolated cases. There were some students sponsored by JKF, for example, and other organizations who are needy. So those were admitted last week. And so by this time, we have no new students reporting because we are full house. The teaching and learning began a week ago, and we are doing.
In response to concerning data that indicating approximately 29,000 Kenyans lose their lives to cancer each year, and that approximately 44,000 new cases are diagnosed, the government has expanded cancer treatment coverage under the Social Health Authority, SHA. The Ministry of Health has significantly improved cancer care by raising the oncology benefit package from 500,000 to 800,000 per household. This action is intended to shield families from the crippling cost of cancer treatment. During a tour of the recently built cancer center at Coast Central General Teaching and Referral Hospital in Mombasa, Health Cabinet Secretary Eden Duale stated that the upgraded package represents a significant turning point in nation's continuing health sector reforms.
Has enhanced the oncology benefit from the 550 to 800,000 per patient or per household. This is a very historic move, and this is to protect our families from the catastrophic spending that has historically driven many of them into poverty following when they are diagnosed with cancer. Close to 29,000 Kenyans die every year, and close to 44,000 Kenyans are diagnosed every year. So it's a top priority for both the county government and for the national government health sector reform. So we have coordinated that and agreed that we are going to pay for the service level agreement so that the companies that brought these machines will service these machines 24/7 so that there is no patient who will wait in the queue because the machine is down.
Tuko na ardhi hapa katika eneo letu la Coast General. Tunataka tujenge ward maalum ambao kwamba itakuwa ni ward ya saratani. Wengi wagonjwa wakija hapa ni watu ambao kwamba ni maskini. Asa ile ambao kwamba SHA itaweza kusimamia, waweze kusimamia ya kwa wameweza kulazwa katika hospitali hapa na tutairegister hii center hii iwe ni registration yake kando na ile ambayo kwamba ni registration ya hospitali kuu.
Commercial break. We'll be back with more stories. Stay tuned.
Panda. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On Earth Check, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of Earth Check. Welcome.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians.
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
Msimu mpya, uso mpya, nguvu mpya, bila shaka na ari mpya. Lakini dhamira ni ile ile. Kuboresha kilimo kwa maisha bora. Jiunge nami James Baraka na nahodha wako mpya wa kipindi cha Boresha Kilimo, tunapochunguza mbinu za kisasa za kilimo, ukipenda teknolojia ibuka katika kilimo, maoni ya wataalamu na hadithi za mafanikio kutoka kila pembe ya taifa. Kutoka kwa wakulima wadogo hadi biashara za kilimo zilizostawi, tunakuvika maarifa na suluhisho kamili, si tu za kuongeza mazao yako, bali pia kuimarisha maisha yako. Kila Jumamosi saa 6:30 na Jumanne saa 4 asubuhi, usipitwe na baraka za Boresha Kilimo, nami James Baraka, hapa hapa KUTV.
Welcome back. Graduate unemployment continues to pose a major challenge in the country, with stakeholders calling for stronger alignment between education, innovation, and job creation. During the ongoing Career Week at Kenyatta University, discussions on the role of startups, emerging technologies, and innovation hubs in converting skills and knowledge into employment opportunities for young people took center stage.
The future belongs to those who know what they will do with their knowledge, and innovation and entrepreneurship is the path to knowing what to do with it.
With the need to better mitigate the unemployment crisis in the country, stakeholders have been urged to take advantage of the existing labor market and further advancing the Kenyan startup ecosystem while addressing the ballooning unemployment crisis. During the ongoing Kenyatta University Career Week running throughout the week, the university's Career and Innovation Day focused on the role of innovation, entrepreneurship, and emerging technologies in aligning skills development with labor market demands.
We are seeing the development of new fields, non-traditional fields, because of innovation and entrepreneurship. And one of these fields is product development specialists. That's a field that through exercising entrepreneurship and innovation, you can actually contribute to and become a product specialist in any company or industry.
Organized by the Chandaria Business Innovation and Incubation Center, the session brought together student, faculty, and industry players.
Innovation and entrepreneurship unlocks a lot of other opportunities that are non-traditional. For example, through developing of innovative ideas, students can actually become startup founders. And by building those companies, not only do they provide an impact to the society in terms of the solutions and to the problems and challenges that they want to deal with, they also provide an opportunity to create other jobs for fellow graduates and other people in the community.
For Chandaria Innovation Center, that's been our first home. From founding, these are ideas normally a founder has in their head, right? You need a place of like-minded people who can then believe in you, motivate you on the days when you're down, and clap for you when you succeed. And that has been what Chandaria has offered to be Multicent as a company. It's a home, it's a community, and it's a garage wherefrom we've managed to build the vehicle that now rides.
Industry representatives drawn from startups incubated at the center emphasized the urgency of activating innovation ecosystems.
Currently, the reality is the unemployment gap is ballooning more and more and more among the young people. It's high time we challenge ourselves, despite all the regulation that exists currently and the difficulty of starting business. It's high time we challenge ourselves and picked each other up and dusted ourselves, and we created jobs amongst ourselves, even as we fight and ask for better conditions for doing business in Kenya for startups.
The incubation center has been very useful. Right from the beginning, I first approached the incubation center with an idea. It was written on paper. We hadn't yet started the development process.
The discussions reinforced the importance of industry mentorship, real-world exposure, and future-ready skills in preparing young people for careers beyond formal employment.
My challenge is, let us try make things more efficient.
Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
Now, the State Department of Public Health has launched a nationwide initiative to upgrade and inspect toilets in public primary schools, citing health and safety concerns. With regard to the intended upgrade, in Ngiriambu Primary School in Kirinyaga County was found to be among the first beneficiaries of newly constructed ablution facilities.
Public health officials have raised the alarm over unsafe sanitation facilities in public primary schools, prompting the State Department of Public Health to roll out a program to replace dilapidated toilets, beginning with the construction of new ablution blocks at Ngiriambu Primary School in Kirinyaga County. Kenya Health Professionals Oversight Authority CEO Dr. John Kyoko said safe sanitation is vital for effective learning, adding that the initiative also support girls' dignity through the provision of sanitary towels alongside the new toilet facilities.
Other than the facility, we also decided to buy the materials that the school is going to use to clean the facility, the detergents to clean the facility, so that maintenance sustainability is very key, so that whenever we pass by here, we would want to see whether the facility is clean. You've heard about prevention is better than cure, so we have to prevent with the sanitary facilities. We have also going to give you, we have bought sanitary towels for the girls.
Public Health Officers and Technicians Council CEO Anthony Wainaina said the department will inspect toilets in other public primary schools, closing those deemed unsafe, while supporting construction of new, safer facilities, including accessible toilets for children with disabilities.
The SAGAs, or the state government agencies, came together, mobilized resources, and built this sanitation block. It is housing both boys and girls. There's one particularly which is for disabled. There's a Rhino block, and there is also two for boys and two for girls. Sanitation is very critical, and it is one of the easiest and the safest way, clean and the cheapest way of disease prevention.
Giriambu Primary School head teacher Lilian Wanjiru Ireri said the new ablution blocks have addressed long-standing sanitation concerns, ensuring pupils now access safer, cleaner toilets and a healthier learning environment within the school.
We really thank and appreciate the efforts of the peers, because what she has done has changed our sanitation issues, and we can now enjoy using the facility with little problem, with ease and comfort for all the learners in this school. Thank you.
Officials say the Ngiriambu Primary School project marks the start of a nationwide effort to improve sanitation, safeguard people's health, and provide inclusive, safe toilet facilities across public primary schools. Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
The Port of Mombasa, Kenya's leading maritime gateway, recorded its best ever performance in 2025, handling 45.45 million metric tons of cargo, up to 10.9% from 2024. Kenya Ports Authority Managing Director William Ruto said the growth reflects sustained economy activity and renewed trade demand driven by reforms, modernization, digitalization, and government support. Imports rose from 20.1% transit cargo to 19.5%, while container traffic reached 2.11 million TEUs. Other ports include Lamu and Kisumu also saw strong gains. Vessel calls increased and ongoing infrastructure projects aim to expand capacity, positioning Mombasa for continued regional trade growth.
But since 2023, our growth has been steadfast, and today we are recording a record 10.9% throughput in terms of cargo volumes handled in the port last year. A record 4.46 million tons compared to last year, which was less. In terms of throughput, it is important to note throughput. Significant growth was also recorded in the total container traffic during the period, with a
Nairobi United is intensifying its preparation ahead of crucial return leg against Tanzania. Best side Azam FC set for 1st of February 2026 in Zanzibar. The Nairobians suffered their third defeat B after failing down 2-1 to Azam last Sunday in Nairobi. Nairobi United sits bottom of Pool B, are without a point after losing their match against Morocco's Wydad Casablanca before falling at home 1-0 to Myanmar from Congo. Despite their pooled run of form in CAF Confederation Cup, the team remains upbeat of a positive outing in the return leg.
Football is crazy. Sometimes when you look at 2 or 5, Liverpool lost all their 3 matches. But at the end of the day, if we played and we minimize mistake the way we did in Nairobi, then I think it's something that we can work on. The reason is because that it's only one team has 9 points, and the other Manyema has 6 and Azam 3. So if we get our first win, then at home against Wydad, which it's possible we can win, then we never know what will happen.
Preparation imekuwa poa. Intensity kwa poa, mood kwa camp pia ni mzuri, na watu waenda Zanzibar, preparation more inaenda kuwa huko. We hope for the best, tunaenda ku give all because bado kuna chance, tuko na point 9 bado tunafaa kupigania, so there's still a chance. So huko tunaenda kupeana kila kitu, hopefully God ataplay part yake, si tutaplay yetu, tuachie God hiyo ingine. Mimi ni strong believer mambo ya God, so kama una believe unajua kila kitu iko na time yake, so tuko na point 9 ya kupigania. Mwenye ako top kwa group ako na point 9. So sisi tuko na point 9 ya kupigania. So in case tupate positive results kwa game ya Azam over the weekend, then tuko na game ya home against Wydad, then tumalize na Maniema, we still have a chance.
And Confederation of African Football CAF has slapped coach Pep Thiaw and Crystal Palace forward Ismaila Sarr with a 5 and 2 match ban respectively after a chaotic Africa Cup of Nations final against Morocco in Rabat. In a statement, CAF said that both the tactician and Senegalese forwards Iliman Ndiaye and Ismaila Sarr were found guilty of unsupporting conduct that brought the game into dispute during the 2025 AFCON final against host Morocco on the 18th of January 2026, with Senegal won 1-0 after extra time. CAF X also fell on Moroccan forward Ismail Saibari, who was handed a 3-match ban and a fine, while captain and defender Hakim was suspended for 2 matches, with both the Senegal Football Federation and Royal Moroccan Football Federation fined for various offences during the final. And Mikel Arteta-led charge completed a 100% record in league phase of UEFA Champions League after sweeping aside Kazakhstan-based side Kairat 3-2 in a 5-goal thriller at Emirates Stadium to finish top of the table standings ahead of knockout phase, with both Victor Gyökeres, Kai Havertz and Gabriel Martinelli on the target for the Guinness. In another match played in the UEFA Champions League, João Pedro scored twice to help Chelsea qualify for the Champions League last 16, joining the Guinness Liverpool. Pep Guardiola side Manchester City, Bayern Munich and Tottenham in knockout phase. And that is all we had for you tonight on the 29th of the month of January, the year 2025 here on Primetime News at KUTV. Do have a lovely night. With me has been Mutava Mwongeli and my director, Frank Njendi. Do have a good night.
Neno lako Bwana